Hello, guys. Welcome back. This is episode 33 of Ladies First. I am your host, Amber Vickers. Now, last week I did a show, and apparently the whole show was on mute. So, hopefully, this week the show's not on mute. I don't know what happened with my computer, but I did count the bucket, and I could hear count the bucket perfectly. So, I think I hit the mute button on my computer and it muted my show. So last week you saw a lot of screen sharing, which was great, but you didn't get to hear me. Today, the final rosters are released. I've been checking them, and they should be released by now. So I'm going to try to give you guys the WNBA, the final rosters for the WNBA, because the season starts tomorrow. It should be cut down to 12. Also, we're going to talk about the NFL schedule, talk a little bit about that. This show will be under an hour today. I will be going to the gym after this, so I'm going to kind of keep the show at 50 minutes, kind of like I did last time. But I'm sorry, I apologize for the audio last week. I replayed it back and I said, oh no. And I thought about doing the show again, but I said, you know what? I'll just apologize to my fans out there and people that watch me. And yeah. So Nick said, we can hear you this time. Thank you, Nick. I talked to him about that on Count the Bucket. I said, there was no sound, there was no audio. And I went through all the other YouTube videos from the Unwrapped Sports Network. I'm like, wait a minute, I can hear them, but they cannot hear me. So it was something on my end. Such a klutz last Thursday, such a klutz. But thank you, Nick. I appreciate it so much. So hopefully these final rosters are out. The NFL schedule was released last night. They had a whole show on it on ESPN. So we're going to get into those two things today. There's so much going on today in the world of sports and life. I've been missing my prayers. I've been missing my prayer list, but tonight I'm going to hit my prayer list no matter what. But before I get into anything tonight, we're going to start with these sponsors. First, we have, come on, screen. Teespring.com/stores/unwrapped. You got some OG gear. We got some new logo gear. We got the Friends logo. Come on, LeBron James. Of course, we have huge LeBron James fans in the Unwrapped Sports Network chat. All this great gear we have for you. The live lineups, fights, Gen Z, Fourth Man Pod. They interview some great guests for the Big Three. The People's XFL show. Ladies First, of course, I got my mug and my shirt on today. Saturday Standouts, Backstop Banter. My co-host Michael for Count the Bucket is on that one. Business Casual with Aaron. He goes on before me, but he's going on tomorrow. Schedule change. Keeping it blunt. Of course, the Prop Bros and the Long Ball Lounge with Jesse is a new show. So check out teespring.com/store/unwrapped to get all your Unwrapped Sports Network gear. Next, we have RX Hemp. Check out rxhemp.com. Use the code RXHemp/USN to get 10% off of your entire order. We got warm and cool therapy. It's CBD cream. Be careful with the dosage. Don't keep rubbing it on if it doesn't work right away. Trust me, it'll kick in. Mine will be coming in, and I'll be showing you guys when I use it. I need it today at work because my body was just killing me. The older you get, you sleep wrong, and boom. I was very sore this morning. We have Celebrity Believers, and it's made with all natural products. So check out rxhemp.com. Use the code RXHemp/USN to get 10% off of your entire order. All you betting heads out there, a lot of betting heads. You like to bet, win money, risk money, gamblers. Check out mybookie.ag. Use the code USN100 to double your first deposit. We got some good NBA action tonight. We got the NHL. Of course, we got baseball. A lot of betting on baseball. I've seen in the chat. Oh, they got football spreads already on here. The PGA Tour. Of course, UFC. All the Preakness stakes. Okay, the Preakness is coming up. NASCAR. Soccer. Anything you want, you can bet it on MyBookie. They got casino. They got, of course, racing, of course, with the Preakness coming up. Anything you want to bet on, you can bet on anything. I mean, but they had Grammys odds on here. They probably have odds on here for, I don't know. Rookies drafted. I know they had odds for draft quarterbacks and things like that. So check out mybookie.ag. Use the code USN100 to double your first deposit. Last but not least, come join us in the Patreon. Come join us in the Patreon. Patreon.com/unwrapsports. $1 a month, you become a fan, just supporting us. We appreciate it. $5 a month, you become part of the family. You get 10% off the Patreon code, and you get access to the Discord chat. And then $10 a month, you become VIP. You get 20% off the Patreon code, access to the Discord chat, and there will be some signed memorabilia. The first month, I won the Keelan Allen jersey signed. The second month, Garrett from Iowa won the David Montgomery jersey signed. And then the month of April, we had Ricky Williams mini helmet that was signed as well. So come join us and come support us. $1 a month is not bad. $5 a month isn't bad. $10 a month might be a stretch for some people, but we'll appreciate the support in either way. We had a new member join today. I saw that in the Discord chat, but support us, patreon.com/unwrapsports. Okay, I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and hopefully, these rosters have been updated because I really want to tell you guys the final rosters. Also, I'm going to share something neat that Google did for the WNBA. If you don't know, Google has become a sponsor for the WNBA as well as Amazon. Amazon will be showing games on Prime. I'm excited. I'm buying my league pass tonight. I've been buying people's league passes for the WNBA, and I haven't even bought mine yet. I was like, wait a minute, Amber, you haven't bought yours yet. But I'll be buying my pass. Game starts tomorrow. I'll be busy all weekend. Of course, the NBA is coming down to the nitty-gritty. We got 2 good games tonight. We got Phoenix and the Miami Heat. Philly and the Miami Heat, and Phoenix and Portland. Portland has a tough back-to-back because they played Utah last night, beat Utah. CJ McCollum, Dame Lillard, and Carmelo Anthony really showed out against the Utah team without Donovan Mitchell, you guys know, and Conley was out as well. Philly and Miami. All right. So Philly can lock up that number 1 seed with a win tonight. And I think Miami is still fighting for that 4, 5, 6. I think New York, Atlanta, and Miami are fighting for that 4, 5, 6. Atlanta beat the Wizards the other night. New York is playing the Spurs tonight. So we'll see how that all shakes out. The NBA is going to be interesting. But if you want to know more about the NBA, I'll talk about that on Count the Bucket. That's why I really don't talk about it on Ladies First. So let's get into these rosters. I am really hoping, you guys, that I can see final rosters, but I haven't been able to see them, and it's been kind of irking me a little bit. But let me share my screen with you guys so you guys can see what I see. Okay, I'm gonna go in alphabetical order. So first we got the Atlanta Dream. I know their final roster is set. It's down to 12 rookies that made the roster. Ari McDonald, I'm glad she made the roster. Super duper happy she made the roster. Tiffany Hayes is not with the team right now, but she will be back. Of course, Kennedy Carter, she'll be back. This is her second season. To see her go crazy. I love the way she plays. I love Courtney Williams, Shakina Strickland. I played basketball with her cousin in college. Odyssey Sims is the vet. Let's see kind of how many vets they got on here. They got, 8-year player. Yeah, I watched Tiffany Hayes play in college, of course. It looks like Shakina Strickland is the oldest person on this roster. So 9 years. She's been in the league for 9 years. She's the oldest person on the roster. Congratulations to everyone who made the Atlanta Dream roster. And if you didn't make it, it's okay. Stay in shape. Injuries happen. COVID happens. You never know. Someone might pick you up. I think they have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I knew their final roster was set. This is their final roster. Some players will be with the team. Some players won't because some players just got done with Euro and they have Euro League championships and they have to pass COVID protocols. I cannot talk tonight. So shout out to those young ladies that made the roster. Ari McDonald made the roster as a rookie. I'm really happy and excited to see that. I didn't want to show you guys it yet. Next, we're going to do the Chicago Sky. We are going to Chicago Sky next. I don't know why I just won't share that screen automatically. Okay, here's the roster. Okay, here's the roster for Chicago Sky. Now, I can tell you guys who got cut. Kobe Thornton got cut. Alexis Prince got cut. Natasha Mack, which was very surprising. I think she's going to get picked up. Got cut. Lexi Brown surprised me. She got cut as well. So their roster is actually down to 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Their roster is actually down to 11 because they cut 4 players today. Lexi Brown, she's a very solid player. I know a lot of WNBA players have been tweeting about expansion and things like that for this reason. A lot of good players and players that can really play and go get a bucket are getting cut. Natasha Mack, I had her top 10 in the draft and she got cut. I honestly think she's going to find her way either on this roster or on another roster. She had a great camp, had a pretty good preseason from what I've seen from the Chicago Sky coaching staff and things like that, but they have to make very, very difficult decisions. And it's tough. It's tough. They got some vets. They got Courtney Vandersloot, love her, Quickly, her wife Quickly. And then they have Candace Parker, which is one of my favorite players in WNBA to watch. The only rookie to make the roster was Shayla Hill. Shayla Hill is a rookie they drafted from overseas. She's a point guard. She's pretty good. She's pretty good. So it's just tough. It's a lot of tough decisions being made, but I really think Natasha Mack will find her way on somebody's roster. I really honestly do. Okay, let's go. Okay. Next, we have the Connecticut Sun. I know their roster is final. Because they tweeted it. So let's go Connecticut Sun roster. Okay, here we go. Dejanay Carrington. A lot of people have Dejanay Carrington for 6th Man of the Year and Rookie of the Year. Let's see if Dejanay Carrington can do that. She showed out in the tournament for Baylor. So I'm really hoping that Dejanay Carrington can get both of those awards. So DeWanna Bonner, I love DeWanna Bonner. She's so small, but yet so effective. She when she came into the league, she was like a pixie stick, but she's gained a little muscle. She kind of reminded me of Kevin Durant a little bit, about how long and athletic she was, and she can just do a lot of things on the court. Alyssa Thomas is out with an injury, so she is not currently, she's on the roster, but she probably won't play this season if I'm thinking correctly. Looks like Stephanie Jones, a rookie, made it. And of course, Dejanay Carrington made it. Brianne January. I want to talk about power rankings in defense. She's one of the toughest defensive point guards in the league. Brianne January is. Miss Jones is back. I am so happy that she's back with the team this year. I wonder what Connecticut can do this year. Jasmine Thomas is coming off of EuroLeague championship as well. So I think she is cleared. She might be cleared. She might not be cleared. I have to look and see if they play on Friday or Saturday. I'm not sure which day they play, and see if she's going to play in the first game. But this is the Connecticut Sun's final roster. Shout out to Dejanay Carrington. I'm really rooting for her hard because I want to see if she can win Rookie of the Year and 6th Man of the Year. It's going to be tough. But I want to see if she can do it. I enjoy watching her play at Baylor. For Kim Mulkey, who is now with LSU, and Baylor got Atlanta Dreams' old coach. All right, Dallas Wings. Let's look at this roster. Let's share screen. Boom. I think this roster is final as well. They tweeted it. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. Awuk Kuyer, she is suspended because of the international rule. She's trying to get her visa, and it's a mess. It's crazy. So she's trying to get permission to play in the United States from her national team, I believe. I think this is the final roster, even though they have 13. I think all 4 rookies make it, but I think she's suspended. I think she might be suspended, but I'm not sure how long. I'll keep you guys updated with that. I know Charlie Collier made it. Chelsea Dungy and Dana Evans, they were talking about who's going to make it out of those two. I had Dana Evans as a first round pick. She went in the second round. Chelsea Dungy went number 5. She went number 1. And then she went number 2. So really interesting to see if she makes it. Arike just came from the EuroLeague. So I'm hoping she plays this year. She's this first game. She's the scoring champ from last year. I think this is their final roster. I want to say this is. I really want to say that it is their final roster. Let me see. Let me see if I can. News. Let me see if this is their final roster. No. No. I hope this is their final roster. If not, I'll come back and update, of course. But since she's suspended, they have 12 without her because they have 13 with her. So I'm hoping this is their final roster. Then again, I don't know if it is, but that is the Dallas Wings. That's kind of their final roster. I'll say that. Some of these teams haven't put their final rosters out yet. The Indiana Fever put their final roster out. I saw that on Twitter for sure. And I think that's Dallas's final roster as well. So the Indiana Fever, let's check them out. This is their final roster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You know what I'm going to do, guys? This is what I'm going to do. Because I tweeted some of these final rosters. So I'm going to share my Twitter screen with you guys so I can show you some final rosters because I retweeted some of those. And, okay. I'm going to show you guys that in a minute. Okay. Here's their final roster. All right. So here is their final roster. Let me share the screen with you. Yes. Here's their final roster. I'm glad Danielle Robinson made it. I knew she would make it. 2 rookies made it. 2 of the rookies made it. This is the Indiana Fever final roster. So we got Kelsey Mitchell. Leah Wilson made it. I'm happy that she made it as well. Jessica Breland, I used to love watching her play at college. Maureen Cox is a force in the middle. Of course, Danielle Robinson is going to be pesky. She has gotten all kinds of deals. I'm very happy for her. Even a rookie from Tennessee, Martin, made it. Wow, that's great. I love to see those small colleges get some love. So that's the final roster for the Indiana Fever. All right. We're going to go back to my Twitter feed because I need to see these final rosters. I really do. Okay, I did Connecticut. Yes, I did Connecticut. I did the Connecticut Sun. Let's see if I can find anything else. Anybody else's rosters that I retweeted. I might just type in the team name for you guys and do the final rosters like that. Let me look at this. Where am I at on rosters? I'm going to do Las Vegas. So I'm going to type in Las Vegas Aces. Boom. And I'm going to see if they have their final roster on here. Come on, Vegas. It's not on here. Okay. So we're just going to kind of just guess at this, guys. We're just going to have to take a wild guess at these final rosters. Up next, I have Vegas up next. So let me get off of that. Let me share my screen with you, and hopefully I can kind of figure this out. Kind of just wing it. Okay, this looks like their final roster because it looks like 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, yeah, this is their final roster. They have 11. So their final roster, Destiny Slocum made it as a rookie. Liz Cambage just signed a deal. Of course, we got MVP coming back. Asia Wilson. Jackie Young. I thought Jackie Young was going to be a coach, but I got some WNBA news for you guys. Don't worry. Coming out of from the Los Angeles Sparks camp. Angel McCautry tore her ACL, so she's out for the season. Love me some Chelsea Gray. They got her from the Los Angeles Sparks. Raquana Williams, very solid guard for them as well. Destiny Slocum is the rookie that made it from Arkansas. Kelsey Plum coming back full effect. I can't wait to watch Kelsey Plum play, of course. But this is the Vegas Aces. I'm going to give you guys a hint. GMs picked them as their WNBA champ. I'll just tell you that right now. I want to share some news with you about that, but GM said they're going to be the champs. Now, Los Angeles Sparks are next. Roster looks a little different. It looks different. No Candace Park on that roster, and one of the Gumlake sisters is back. So, this roster looks different. I'm going to tell you why it looks different. I'm going to tell you why. Well, they signed Erica Wheeler, first of all. The Gumlake's both back. There is no Candace Parker. She is now with the Chicago Sky. Simone Augustus announced today that she's retiring and she will become a part of the coaching staff. So I really wonder if this is their final roster. I know Jasmine Walker made it. She's been playing great in preseason. I can't wait to see her in a regular season. Brittany Sykes is just super athletic. I'm super happy to see Christy Tolliver back as well. This roster looks a lot different, doesn't it, guys? It looks different. If you keep up with the WNBA, it looks different. This is their second round pick, Aurelia Gutierrez. So, two rookies made it. It's tough for these rookies to get a roster spot, but shout out to those two rookies that made it. Jasmine Walker's going to see significant playing time because she is very, very good. And I mean very, very good. Okay, up next, we have Minnesota, the Minnesota Lynx. I wonder if they got their rosters together. Thank you for the Unwrapped Sports Network. I appreciate it. I appreciate you letting me use this platform to voice my opinions on sports. Some agreed, some not agreed, but who cares? It's my opinion, right? But I appreciate the Unwrapped Sports Network so much. This is their final roster, I know for sure. Raina Davis is out for the season with an injury. She was the only rookie it looks like that made it. Now, could they replace Raina Davis with Natasha Mack? Could they do that? You know what I mean? Could they do that? I really want to see Natasha Mack on the roster. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I really want to see if they do that. They had back-to-back Rookie of the Years in Afisha Collier. And, of course, Crystal Dangerfield, back-to-back Rookie of the Years. Cheryl Reeve is a great coach. I wonder what Minnesota is going to do this season. I'm super excited to see them play this season. I really like the addition of Ariel Power. She's been hurt, but hopefully she's there for the beginning of the season. We're going to see if Minnesota can do some damage. We're gonna see how that works for them. Okay, next we're almost done. There's only 12 teams, guys, which is very unfortunate. The New York Liberty. I wonder if they have their final roster. The New York Liberty. All right. I'm not sure if they have their final roster either. I wonder if Dee Richards and Michaela Onyewari. My pronunciation has got to get better. I wonder if these two will make it. I wonder if these two can make it. I think Michaela might, but I'm not sure about Dee Richards. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So somebody's going to get cut because this is not their final roster. I don't think it's their final roster. Um, Someone will get cut, and I'm not quite sure who it will be. But I'm really hoping Dee Richards makes it. I really do. I'm rooting for the rookies hard. You know, they're the future of the league. I think the league will be expanded in 2 or 3 years. I've said this before. It really needs to get expanded. We got Sabrina coming back from that ankle injury she suffered early in the year. New York is going to be that surprise team. They're going to be that surprise team, and hopefully they can get in that top 8 and make the playoffs. That'd be great to see the Brooklyn Nets, New York Knicks, and New York Liberty all make the playoffs. That would be amazing to see. All right, let's go here. Phoenix Mercury. I'm not sure if they tweeted their final rosters yet or not. I hadn't seen it. But we're going to try to figure this out. All right. Looks like they have their final roster. Any rookies? No rookies. Wow, no rookies. Brittany Griner coming back. I'm interested to see Skylar Diggins-Smith. Diana Taurasi, one of my favorite players of all time. Kia Vaughn, Brianna Turner, Kia Nurse, Bria Hartley. Bria Hartley had a breakout season, in my opinion, last year. She really played well for Phoenix Mercury. The Phoenix Suns and the Phoenix Mercury social teams are amazing. They are super duperly amazing. Every time I get on my timeline, they tweet something to make me laugh, or it's just always entertaining. So shout out to the Phoenix Mercury and the Phoenix Suns social teams. You guys are amazing. But I'm interested to see Phoenix this year. I wonder how the GMs feel about Phoenix. I'm going to do that probably next week. Talk about, what the GMs think in their power rankings. I don't have time to do that tonight. The Seattle Storm, I think their roster is set. I want to say their roster is set, but we'll have to see. I'll just count them up and see if it's set completely. All right, here we go. I think they have 13 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, they have 13 as well. So someone's not going to make it. Hopefully the rookie Kiana Williams, she just won a national championship with the Stanford Cardinal in our hometown of San Antonio. Hopefully she makes it. Sharpshooter leads Stanford all-time in threes, which is hard to believe because they had some sharp shooters. But she hit a lot of threes at Stanford. She hit a lot of threes as well. I was like, wow, she was the all-time leader. Just thinking about all the shooters that Stanford has had over the years. And then she became the all-time leader this season. Shout out to you, Kiana Williams. She didn't use that extra year of eligibility. She said, I'm going to go. I'm hot right now. I just won a championship. Good for her. Candace Dupree is still in the league. I love me some Candace Dupree. Sue Bird. I think Sue Bird might be the oldest player in the league. I think she might be 17 years. I think she might be. This would be going into her 18th season. I think she might be. I'm not quite sure. It's out of her, Taurasi, and probably Candace Dupree is the oldest players in the league. But Seattle probably will have to cut somebody. Breanna Stewart's just getting rings. She got engaged. She won a EuroLeague championship. They won the title last year. And then she won MVP in the finals. I mean, Breanna Stewart's just racking up rings. I wonder what her trophy case looks like. It's probably ridiculous. Combined with all her college accomplishments and high school accomplishments, it's probably ridiculous. Can the Seattle Storm repeat? Can the Seattle Storm repeat? That would be the age-old question. Can they repeat? Last but not least, the Washington Mystics. I think they are a dark horse this season. Let's look at their roster and see if I can figure this out. All right. This is probably, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is probably their final roster. Natasha Cloud is back this season. Yes. Ella Deladon is back. Tina Charles is back. So Washington reloaded. They reloaded. They don't have any rookie. They didn't have a draft pick this year, so of course they didn't have any rookies. They didn't have a draft pick at all this year. So they reloaded. They're back. Will they make another run? You got Tina Charles, Natasha Cloud, and Ella Deladon playing all together for the first time. All together for the first time. Shavonte Zealous, I used to watch her at Pittsburgh. I love watching her play. Leilani Mitchell, a pest on the defensive end. Of course, you got Natasha Cloud back. Ariel Atkins can score in bunches, and she plays pretty darn good defense as well. So, can the Mystics sneak their way into the finals this year? Let's look at some GM thoughts. I want to look at some thoughts from GMs and see how they feel about certain teams, the power rankings, and things like that. Let's go ahead and do that. I got a little time. I'm not going to discuss the NFL rosters. The NFL schedule all because it's a lot. It's a lot. Let me see. Season predictions. Okay, here we go, guys. We got season predictions. All right. Okay. Let's see. Go to season predictions. Let me click on this. Come on. Okay. All right. Here's some season predictions. They got the Vegas Aces winning it. Then they got Chicago and the Mystics, like I said, tied for second. The Sparks are fourth. Wow. Eastern Conference team will have most regular season wins. Chicago and then Washington. Of course, you guys know when it comes to the playoffs, it's the top 8 teams that go. The conferences don't matter. They matter if it comes to a tiebreaker, but other than that, they don't matter. Western Conference teams, they got the Vegas Aces running through the West, and they got the Sparks second. MVP, Brianna Stewart, Tina Charles, Candace Parker, Courtney Vandersloot, Asia Wilson. Okay. Rookie of the Year, Ari McDonald, Charlie Collier, I will clear, but she's suspended, I think. Michaela, Dejanay Carrington is on there. Okay. Rookie of the Year. They got Ari McDonald winning it. That's interesting. Defensive Player of the Year, one of the Gumlake sisters, Brianna Turner, Dominique Shields, Sylvia Fowles, Brittany Griner, Jaquilla Jones, Betjana Laney. I always butcher her name, but I got it right that time. Candace Parker. See, Jasmine Thomas, Asia Wilson. Which non-rookie will have a breakout season. Kennedy Carter, I can see that. Lauren Cox, Tiana Hawkins, Natasha Howard, Ezzie, Meg Bigor. I'm going to know how to pronounce these names. I'll be watching a whole bunch of WNBA this season. Don't worry. Kayla McBride, Kelsey Milchill, Ariel Powers. I love Ariel Powers. Kia Nurse, Kaylu Samuelson, Jackie. Okay. Sleeper rookie that's most likely to succeed. I got Dejanay Carrington. Like I said, I think she could possibly win 6th Man of the Year, and I think she could possibly win Rookie of the Year. But we will see. We shall see. They got Dana Evans on here, so I'm assuming that she made the roster for the Dallas Wings. I'm just going to assume that based off of what they have on here. Like I said, the rosters were supposed to be finalized by the time I did the show. So I'm hoping I gave you guys accurate information. I tried to give you guys accurate information, but of course, excuse me, I can always come back to it. All right. Let's see. Season predictions. Let me see. What else do we want to look at? Best players and coaches. Let's look at best players and coaches. All right. Washington Mystics. Of course, Cheryl Reeves on there. Dan Hughes is on there. And Mike is on there. Best point guard in the NBA. I'm not surprised. All 3 are vets. All 3 of these young women are vets. Well, ladies are vets. Best shooting guard. This does not surprise me at all. Jewel Lloyd is a bucket. Of course, DT is a bucket. Christy Tolliver can hit. Enrique can hit. Allie Quigley can hit. Best front court player. My mom just arrived. My dog barked. Brianna Stewart, Asia Wilson. Does not surprise me. Who's the best 2-3 wing player? Diamond D. Shields. I'm ready to see her play for Chicago. Chicago's going to be a lot of fun to watch this season. Jewel Lloyd, Diana Taurasi. She's on this list a lot. Ariel Atkins. I love her. Angel McCarthy's out with injury. Only 11 responses for this question. All right. Most underrated player in the NBA, Ariel Atkins. I agree with that. Cheyenne Parker's going to have something to say there in Atlanta. I think she's going to have something to say. I think she is a great addition for Atlanta. Best fadeaway shot, of course, CP. She was under Kobe's wing. Kobe helped her perfect that shot. If you don't know that, go look it up on YouTube. Jaquil Jones, yes. Ella Deladon, happy to see her play again. Chelsea Gray. Chelsea Gray. Okay, Chelsea Gray making the list. She's just a flat out scorer. Arike is just a flat out scorer, so that does not surprise me. Only 11 responses for this question. Best finisher at the rim. Lafisha Collier, Brittany Griner, Ogumlake. Then we got Liz Cambage, Tina Charles, Ruthie Hubbard. I said that right. Angel McCottry, of course, is out. Brianna Stewart, Asia Wilson. All right. Best player to create, who can create their own shot the best, basically. Arike, we know she's a bucket. Kennedy Carter, Diamond Shields. Angel McCarthy's not playing this year. Diana Taurasi, Courtney Williams. Love me some Courtney Williams. Love watching her play. Best rebounder, of course, Sylvia Fowles is going to be number 1, Tina Charles number 2, and Jones number 3. Candace Park, I believe, led the league in rebounding last year. Brianna Turner, Asia Wilson. Best post moves, of course. I'm not surprised at these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ladies on this list. We've seen a lot of repeats on this list, and there's a reason for that. Assist maker has the most flair. Chelsea Gray, of course, Chelsea Gray. Chelsea Gray is great at what she does. Courtney Vandersloot, Sue Bird, and Candace Parker. Candace Parker, that's shocking on that list. Candace Parker and Sue Bird are tied for 3rd. Candace Parker does run some point forward. I wonder if she'll do that in Chicago. She did that a lot in Tennessee. She did that a lot with the Sparks. I wonder if she's going to do that with the Chicago Sky this season. Most dangerous in the open floor. Arike gets that. Okay. The way she breaks people down off the dribble is ridiculous. It's street ball like. Very street ball like. If you guys haven't watched Kennedy Carter play, go watch her play. Alyssa Thomas is out this season. She's still rehabbing. Of course, Chelsea Gray. Kelsey Mitchell, a new face on this list. Kelsey Mitchell, watched Indiana Fever play. I watch a lot of them, of course, because of Danielle Robinson. Best pure shooter. Of course, Allie Quigley is number 1. I think she led the league in 3-point shooting last year. DT, of course. Ella Deladon, I love her. I love her stroke. I really do. Let's see. IQ. Best IQ. Sue Bird, DT, Candace Parker. Alicia Clark is very, very good at what she does. And I mean very good. I believe she's out this season with an injury. And Kelsey Plum. Kelsey Plum scored a lot of points at Washington, and she's scoring in bunches in the WNBA. Okay, these are some thoughts for some GMs, best players, coaches. I'm going to do some more of this stuff later, but I have to get into the NFL right now. We're going to look at the NFL schedule because I have about 10 minutes left in my show. Probably, about 10 minutes left. I'll probably go another 15 minutes. We'll talk about the NFL a little bit for 15 minutes. All right, the NFL schedule. Everybody's anticipating Brady going back to Foxborough. So when does Brady go back to Foxborough? Let's look at that. I need the NFC South. Thank you. All right. So Brady goes back to Foxborough. Why did it shut that off? Here's the schedule for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Week 1, they play the Cowboys. That will be Thursday. That's going to kick off football. That is going to kick off football. Thursday night game on NBC. They get the Falcons, the Rams, the Patriots. That'll be a Sunday night game. That'll be a Sunday night game against the Patriots. Excuse me, on NBC. New Orleans. Who will be New Orleans Saints quarterback? Drew Brees retired. It's a division rival. Who will be their quarterback? They don't have a bye until week 9, which I think is the best time to take a bye in the middle of the season. There are 17 games this year, if you guys don't know. The Washington football team will surprise some people. The Colts will be a very interesting game. The Buffalo Bills will be a very good game as well. So there's 18 weeks now in the season because there are 17 games. The preseason, they have 3 games. The Bengals We'll see if Joe Burrow can come back. I think he should be back and ready for that game. The Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. I wonder if Deshaun Watson will be their starting quarterback by then. Hopefully so. Hopefully so. That is the schedule for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now let's look at the schedule. Let's look at some more schedules. Let's look at week 1 TV schedule. I want to look at the week 1 TV schedule with you guys. Let's see if I can go back. We'll look at the week 1, then we'll look at Thursday night, Sunday nights, and Monday nights. Okay, so week 1, I told you the Cowboys and Tampa Bay kick it off. I'll probably get this game because I'm in Oklahoma. So we get to see Tim Tebow, Travis Etienne, and of course, Trevor Lawrence, the Golden Boy. We get to see the Jaguars play against the Texans. Hopefully, Deshaun Watson is back. That's the game I'll get. Seattle and the Colts, that could be a really good game. The Chargers and Washington football team could also be a good game. The Jets, who will be their starting quarterback? Will the rookie start at quarterback? That'll be interesting. This game I'm looking forward to because I think the Cardinals can make the playoffs this season. Of course, the Titans in their run game with Derrick Henry. The Battle of the Birds, the Eagles and the Falcons. Steelers and Bills. Will this be Big Ben's last season? I wonder if this will be Big Ben's last season. That should be interesting. These are noon kickoffs, and you got the 3:15 kickoff. So I'll probably, or 3:25 kickoff. I'll probably get in Oklahoma. I'll probably get Chiefs and Browns because that's closest to me. That should be interesting. Baker Mayfield versus Mahomes. Who will be Green Bay's quarterback? All right. Who will be Green Bay's quarterback? We don't know. Will it be Rodgers? And they just signed somebody. I can't think of who they just signed. They just signed a quarterback, Blake Bortles. They just signed Blake Bortles. And I have no clue who the Saints starting quarterback is just yet. Maybe I'm missing something. I've been keeping up with basketball so much. The Bears and the Rams. Will Justin Fields be the starting quarterback? And they'll be playing the Rams. You guys know Matt Stafford is now the Rams quarterback. The Rams in Detroit basically swap quarterbacks. First Monday night game, we get the Ravens and the Las Vegas Raiders. That should be fun. I'm really excited to see that game. There's some exciting games for the first week. Everybody's going to be tuned into Cowboys, Buccaneers. Dak is coming back, and the Bucs are going to see if they can have a Super Bowl repeat with everybody they signed. They signed everybody back. They said, we want to make another run at this. We love playing with Tom Brady. We're going to make another run at this. All right, let's look at the Thursday night schedule. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see this. So the first 3 games, they always do this. The first 3 games are on NFL Network. So we got division games, of course. Division game, the Giants and the Washington football team. Carolina and the Texans, they're not in the same division. And then the Jaguars and Bengals. Joe Burrow, number 1 overall pick last year against Trevor Lawrence, number 1 overall pick this season. That's interesting. I like that. I like what NFL Network is doing here. Also, Amazon is now a partner, so Amazon gets a lot of the games. They get most of the games. It says matchup to be announced. Also, the NFL flexes games out. I like how the NFL is allowed to flex games out that aren't that interesting. So say, for instance, if there's a matchup that's better than, at the end of the season, that's better than San Francisco and Tennessee, and they have teams fighting for playoff spots, they will flex. Well, hold on. That's Thursday, Saturday. Okay, hold on. Yeah, they will flex this out and put another game in. They will flex that game out. They usually do it on Sundays, or they usually don't do it on Thursdays. If I'm not mistaken, they usually do it on Sundays. So they'll flex a game off the national TV schedule and put a more important game on the TV schedule. We talked about on the Step Back Sisterhood why they can't do that for the NBA because of restrictions and things like that. But I love that the NFL can do that. I love that they can do that. That's very interesting to see. This schedule. I love this game. If Aaron Rodgers is quarterback, I don't think he will be. Jalen Hurts. What can he do against that Tampa Bay Bucks defense? This could be a really good game as well. Let's see if any more division games. They kick it off with a division game. Let me see if any more division games on here. These matchups are to be announced. This is division game. No, 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 no. So it looks like they've gotten away from division games because usually on Thursday Night Football, I used to play a lot of division games. But we only got two. We only got two division games. There are only two division games here on Thursday night / Saturday night because these last couple of games would be, well, actually one, two. These would be Saturday games because I'm assuming Christmas is that week and they're putting two more games on here. So we're going to get two more games during the week of Christmas. Then the Christmas Day game, we get two Christmas Day games. What? They're playing on Christmas Day? The NBA, usually Christmas Day, it used to be about the NBA, but it looks like the NFL is going to have some Christmas games. December 25th. Yeah, am I reading that right? I am reading that right. So it looks like the NFL is going to play on Christmas. I think they did that last year. Did they do that last year? They probably did. The NBA started on Christmas, though, last year. I think the NFL played last year on Christmas. I think that happened. I want to say it did. But that's the Thursday night schedule, you guys. Now let's go to the Sunday night football schedule. How much time do I have? I'll probably give this another 5 to 10 minutes. All right. Of course, we're kicking it off with the Bucks and Cowboys. Division rival. Well, no, they're not division rivals. My bad. They're conference rivals. I'd say that because Pat Mahomes is a young quarterback. And, of course, Lamar Jackson's a young quarterback. So that's a rivalry. Of course, we get this. That's turned into a little rivalry. I remember when that started back in the day, but when Colin Kaepernick was playing for San Francisco and Green Bay, they had a good playoff battle. We wonder if Aaron Rodgers will be the quarterback. Will Jimmy Garoppolo lose his starting quarterback position to Trey Lance? This has turned into a pretty interesting matchup as well. Two young quarterbacks, Josh Allen, he likes to run the ball. He has Stephon Diggs. And then, of course, you got Pat Mahomes. Two veteran quarterbacks that have won Super Bowls. In that game, the Colts are an up-and-coming team. I like the Colts a lot. And, of course, San Francisco getting some games this year. Wait a minute. Cowboys and Vikings. Oh, boy. We know about those battles. Two young teams going at it there. Of course, a division battle. Browns and Ravens division battle. Division battle. Division. So it looks like they moved the division games to Sunday night. That's what it looks like. Division and division. Usually these games down here decide the division. Like the Cowboys have been playing for the division for I don't know how long. Washington football team won it last year. This will probably decide the AFC North. This will probably decide the NFC East. We'll see what the Eagles and the Giants do. And I'm not sure about the Saints, but I'm pretty sure this might have some implication on the NFC South. So that is Sunday night. Let's look at Monday night schedule, shall we? Let's look at Monday night. Nope. I want to go back. Let's go back. It took me all the way back. Why is it doing that? Okay, let's look at Monday night. Okay, Monday night, we're kicking off with the Ravens and the Raiders, of course. Division. Looks like they moved the division games. Division. Not a division game. 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 Division game. This could be interesting. Division game. So they moved the division games to Monday night and Sunday night. They used to be on Thursday nights a lot. I think a lot of people were complaining about Thursday night football. It wasn't as good, but I like Thursday night football. I think it's a quick turnaround, though. You're playing Thursday, and say, for instance, you have a late game on Sunday. If you play the 7:20 game on Sunday, and you have to turn around and play on Thursday night, that's a quick turnaround. rather than playing the noon game on Sunday, playing on Thursday. And they talked about how bye weeks are working and everything like that. But the schedule looks very promising. Of course, I'll be watching all of this, and the NBA will be back as well. So I have to watch the NBA. It's a lot of sports for me to watch. I want to see how these young rookie quarterbacks do. See if any of them have. Yep, the Bears got a couple of games. We don't know who 49's quarterback is going to be. Any other rookie quarterbacks? I would say Tua. I wouldn't call Tua a rookie, but he didn't play much his rookie season, so this will be his probably first full year starting for Brian Flores and the Miami Dolphins. I want to see that. All right, guys, that is the NFL schedule for Sunday night, Thursday night, and I talked about some other teams as well, and Monday night. Okay. Okay, so Matt's made some comments. Let me talk to Matt real quick. I think all the primetime Green Bay games this year all depend on who's the quarterback. I agree. If it's Rodgers, they'll keep primetime games. But if it's not Rodgers, I would be surprised they flexed out some Green Bay games, time and games for other games. Yeah, they will flex that out. Sorry, Matt, I got back to you so late, but I've been screen sharing, so I haven't been able to see my comments. But I am doing fine. Spicy Queso, I'm doing very well. He is a huge Green Bay Packer fan. If you guys don't know, Matt is a huge Green Bay Packer fan. I gave him the nickname Spicy Queso because, cheesehead. Yeah, whatever. But I think they will flex out games. They do it every year. The NBA did it a little bit this year, but the NFL does it a lot. So they say, oh, this game does not matter. They'll put in the game that does matter. How about the Cowboys? I got to see how Dak looks. I'm still suspect about their defense. Can they win the division? They have the worst defense in the division by far. The Eagles, the Washington football team, and the Giants all have a better defense. But I do have the best quarterback in my division. I can honestly say that. I have the best receiving core I have the best offense in my division. We'll just say that. I have the best offense in my division. Saquon Barkley is coming back from injury, so I still believe that Zeke is the best running back in my division. We'll see how Saquon Barkley looks after that. He tore his knee up. But can they win a division? Absolutely. Prediction? I say 10-7. I'll say 10-7. Now, injuries, COVID, all those things can factor in, Matt, but I'm hoping for a 10-7 season. I think 10 wins will win a division with the best quarterback and the best offense. If the defense can just get stops when they need to, Dak should be fully healthy by the beginning of the season. If defense can just get stops when they need to, I think the Cowboys will be fine. Do you think the Packers will win the NFC North? That is my question. Do you think the Packers will win the NFC North? That's probably up for debate because we don't know what Aaron Rodgers is going to do. Tay Adams has already said, look, if Aaron moves on, I don't know. So who would be your quarterback? Would it be Blake Bortles? If Aaron Rodgers is okay, he'd be Blake Bortles. All right. Do you believe in Blake? Yeah, it's just it's tough. That relationship is, I don't think it's salvageable. I don't think you can salvage that relationship because it's been sour for a long time. Okay, I said the division bucket. Who's in your division? Detroit Lions. Do you believe in Jared Goff? Chicago got a rookie quarterback. And then the Minnesota Vikings. I think the Minnesota Vikings will be your competition in your division with Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota defense. So we'll see. We'll see. It's going to be an interesting division. NFC East never disappoints you with how they perform. And that could be a good or bad thing depending on how you're looking at it. All right, Matt, thank you for commenting. I appreciate it. Nick, thank you for telling me you can hear me. I appreciate that. The Unwrapped Sports Network, of course, I appreciate you guys as well. Jordan Love. Yeah, Jordan Love could start. They did draft Jordan Love last year, which did not sit well with Aaron Rodgers. But remember, Green Bay drafted Aaron Rodgers when they had Brett Favre, a Hall of Fame quarterback. So that's a little karma, I guess you can call it. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I think Jordan Love will be back up to Aaron Rodgers, but I think he will start, and Blake Bortles will be the backup. So I do agree with you there. All right. I said I was going to get to prayers this week. We are going to do some prayers. before I get out of here tonight. I don't know who to pray for individually, Israel, Palestine. So I'm just going to pray for all the third world countries. How about that? We're going to send a special prayer to all the third world countries that are dealing with what they're dealing with right now. I get on Twitter. Of course, Twitter is my news outlet. It is everything for me in the morning. I get on Twitter and I see all of the division going on and the fighting and the killing. I just want to send a prayer out to all the third world countries that are dealing with what they're dealing with. Also, I want to send prayers out to the United States. If you guys don't know, there's a gas shortage in the Southeast. They said it could spread. Chick-fil-A, there's a sauce shortage at Chick-fil-A. I was at Chick-fil-A the other day, and they didn't ask me what sauces or condiments I wanted, which they usually do. I get up to the window, I tell them what I want. They say you can only have one of two sauces. So I got one barbecue, one ketchup. So if Chick-fil-A is dealing with shortages, you know something is up. There is also a chicken shortage. So it seems like our supply is being shortened. The demand is high, but the supply is short. Supply and demand and supply, however you want to look at it, it's not going too well right now in the U.S. So hopefully the gas shortage does not spread. So I'm praying for us. I'm also praying for third world countries that are dealing with all types of violence and things like that right now. I don't know why, what happened. I know the history of Israel and all the surrounding countries, but that's a lot to dig into. So the best thing I can do is send out a prayer, because that is a lot to dig into. So prayers for us, United States, and prayers to those third world countries that things just get better for them. All right, I'm gonna pay some bills and get out of here. I ran a little over time today, but it's okay. So check out teespring.com/store/unwrap. Get all your Unwrap Sports Network gear. I have Ladies First gear right here, as you can see. Can get you some gear on there. We got OG logos. We got new logos. So check that out. Also, mybookie.ag. Use the code USN100 to double your first deposit. You can bet on anything right now. Any and everything, sports, non-sports related. You can bet on horse racing, of course. They have a casino on there. So if you use the code USN100, you'll double your first deposit. Patreon. Patreon.com/unwrapsports. $1 a month. General support. $5 a month to become a fan or a family. $1 a month fan, $5 family, and $10 a month VIP. I'm a part of the VIP package. I'll be in winning Keenan Allen jersey the first month. That's signed. When I get that, you guys will see it. Perry's been super busy here lately with his new job. Shout out to you, Perry. And also, Garrett from Iowa won a signed David Montgomery jersey. And then this month, they haven't announced it. Well, last month, April, they have the Ricky Williams signed mini helmet. So if you want to win that, come $10 a month. Get all those perks. You get a lot more perks as well. Last but not least, rxhemp.com. All natural products, CBD cream. When I get mine, you'll see it. I needed it this morning badly. I'm going to go do some stretching and things at the gym to kind of stretch some of this soreness out. Because, boy, once you hit a certain age, your body just does not respond like it's supposed to. So rxhemp.com, use the code rxhemp/USN, all natural CBD products. Get 10% off of your entire order. Pay attention to the dosage. I'll see you guys back next week. Not quite sure what I'll talk about next week. Backstop Banter comes on next, an hour after me. Of course, Count the Bucket will be on Saturday. We have a special guest on Count the Bucket where we're talking about NBA basketball, so I don't talk about it that much on this show. I'll keep giving you guys updates about the WNBA, of course, because this is Ladies First. But until next week, guys, I have my sound on this week. Yes, the playback should sound lovely. I appreciate the support, and episode 34 will be brought to you next week.